Hello and welcome to Sugar Craft. Today we're gonna be doing, I think it was the #1 liked pictures on my Instagram. We're gonna do 3D figures of SpongeBob and his favorite snack, Krabby Patties. They're perfect to put on your cakes, your cupcakes, and just have fun. So, vamos a hacerlo. The whole list of the things you will need for this project will be on the description below. First, we're gonna prepare our fondant by putting a little bit of TYLOSE. This makes it a little bit harder. And then we're gonna form our Spongebob body using our template. Then I make sure that the shape is perfect and looks just like SpongeBob. After that, with a little small tool, I do all his different like ridges and little circles in his body to make sure it looks just like SpongeBob. Now let's start making his clothes. If your fondant gets a little bit wet, just get a little bit of cornstarch, that will help you. And then I flan it a little bit and mark the t-shirt with the body, and that makes you a guideline so it's easier for you. After that, get a little bit of water or TYLOSE glue, that is just warm water with TYLOSE, and glue it together. Here I mix a little bit of dark brown and white to make the light brown color of SpongeBob's pants. And then I did the same thing I did with the t-shirt. I flattened it out, mark it, now with the t-shirt and SpongeBob's body to have a guideline. Then with the same color fondant as the pants, I make a little roll and cut to pieces to make his legs. And with the back of a brush, I make the marks where the legs are going. Here with your 20 gauge floral wire, you cut 2 pieces to put your legs in the pants. It's a little bit intricate, but it's super easy. You just put a little bit of glue to the wire and then just roll your fondant into the wire so the wire's inside your fondant. Then you put it all together. Then after you're done with your jello, just add a little bit of white to make his socks. I just did the same thing I did with the jello. I just do it white to look the difference between his sock and his leg. Now let's do his collar. Just with a little bit of white fondant, I just flan it out and make 2 small triangles. And then you glue it together. After you're done with his color, let's do his bow tie. I used the template and a little bit of red fondant. I just flatten it out and put the template on top. Then with an EXACTO knife, I trace the tie. That way I have a perfect template of the size and the shape of SpongeBob's tie. Now for his t-shirt arms, I just did a little roll and then I make like a pyramid shape. And then for his arms, I did the same thing I did for the legs. Make sure before you put the wire inside the arms to cut his little fingers. I just used a little EXACTO knife and a little like straight tool, that way I can form all his fingers. Now is the most important part, his face. I just did little circles for his eyes, and using the same template, I mark like I did with the tie. I did his mouth and other features, that way they look just exactly like SpongeBob. His lashes, just a little thin black fondant in 3 little pieces, and then for his nose I make a little drop shape and then I put it and curl it up just like SpongeBob's nose. In this case, for his eyes, I'm using this frosting tip. I'm gonna put the number on the description below. Now for his teeth, I just used a little bit of white fondant. I just flatten it out and make 2 little squares. With a little bit of pink fondant, I just flatten it out on my hand, and then I did a half circle for his tongue. And with black fondant, you're gonna do a pear shape. The thick part is gonna be the top part of his shoes, and the little thin one is gonna be the one that is gonna be glued to his body. Now let's do SpongeBob's favorite snack, Krabby Patties. I use a little bit of the brown fondant that I have left and mix it with a little bit of Jello to make the bun color. Then with circular motions, I just flatten out the little bit of fondant. That way it looks just like a bun, doesn't look perfect. And then with the palm of my hand, I did the other side of the bun to make the circular part. Then I stick real sesame seeds, that way they look more realistic and really cool. Then with the Rice Krispies, I just make a circle and then I flatten it out to make our meat patty. Then I mix black and brown fondant to do our meat color, and then I flatten it out and cover our Rice Krispies with it. Then I just put all my fingers all over it because meat is not perfect, and then I glue it to our bun. Then with some round cookie cutters, I just measure my meat patty so my lettuce is bigger than the patty. I don't know if it makes sense. I just roll the green fondant and just mark the circle. You don't want to cut it, you just want to mark it. Then with an EXACTO knife, you do just ridges and little curves so it looks just like the lettuce, and you're done. Then in the palm of your hand with a bowl tool, just press the corners. That way they ruffle up and they look just like lettuce. Now the easiest part, you just roll red fondant and with the small round cutter, just do 3 circles to make the tomatoes. And there you have it. It looks just like it, and I'm sure SpongeBob will love it. And if you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment below. Subscribe, and I see you next time. Bye-bye.